Hello Junior 6, how are you? Our lesson today is about heat. It's called heat conduction. First, what is the meaning of heat? Heat is a form of energy. It transfers from higher temperature to lower temperature. Again, heat is a form of energy. It transfers from higher temperature to lower temperature. Heat transfers from the cup of tea to my hand. This gives an indication that heat transfers from higher temperature to lower temperature because I feel warm. Heat transfers from my hand to the eyes, so the ice melts. As we said, heat transfers from higher temperature to lower temperature, from my hand to the eyes, so the ice melts. What is the importance of heat? Heat is very important. First, in daily life, we use heat in cooking, in heating, in warming houses. And heat is also very important in industry. It's used in glass industry. Also, heat is very important in food industry, like making corned beef and tuna. Other importance is the textile industry, making textile. A new definition is temperature. What is the meaning of temperature? Temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of the body. So the temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of the body. Let's talk about heat conductors and heat insulators. What is the meaning of heat conductors? Heat conductors are the materials that let heat flow through them. They allow heat to pass through them, like copper, aluminium, iron, stainless steel. All metals are good conductors of heat, as copper and iron. So, heat conductors are the materials that let heat flow through them. Like what? Like the copper, aluminium, iron, stainless steel. All metals around us are good conductors of heat. Heat insulators. What are heat insulators? Heat insulators are materials that don't allow heat to flow through them. So they don't allow heat to pass through them. Like wood, plastic, glass, wool. All non-metals are bad conductors of heat. So heat insulators are opposite to heat conductors. Heat conductors allow heat to pass through, while heat insulators don't allow heat to pass through them, like wood, plastic, glass, wool, and so on. Life applications. Heat insulators. In cold countries, air is used as heat insulator in making insulating glass windows by bonding two glass sheets, leaving space filled with air. So it's two glass sheets and there is air between them. And air is, yes, heat insulator. So it prevents leakage of heat. Another life application about heat conductors, leaving spaces between railway bars. Why? To avoid train accidents. Because iron is a good conductor of heat, so it expands and twists by heat, so it may cause train accidents. Again, leaving spaces between railway bars to prevent train accidents, because iron is a good conductor of heat and it expands and twists by heat. Note, different metals transfer heat by different rates. Copper conducts heat faster than aluminium, and aluminium conducts heat faster than iron. So the best is copper, the second is aluminium, and last one in conducting heat is iron. Copper, aluminium, iron. Copper, aluminium, iron. So, what are the uses of good and bad conductors of heat? First, heat conductors like aluminium and copper and stainless steel used in making cooking pots and pans, kettles, while heat insulators are used in making the handles of cooking pots, handles of kettles, handle of the electric iron. Heat insulators. Wool is used in making heavy blankets. Woolen clothes are used in winter to warm the body and prevent leakage of heat. What happens when you hold a piece of ice with your hand? What do you think? When I hold a piece of ice in my hand, the ice? Yes, the ice melts. Why? Because heat transfers from my hand to ice. As we said, heat transfers from high temperature to the lower temperature. What happens when you hold a cup of tea with your hand? What happens? Yes, I feel hot because heat transfers from the cup of tea to my hand. I feel hot because heat transfers from the cup of tea to my hand. As we said, heat transfers from high temperature to the lower temperature. What happens when there are no spaces between railway bars? What will happen if there are no spaces? Yes, train accidents will happen because iron expands and twists by heat. Iron expands and twists by heat. So we have to leave spaces between railway bars. Goodbye, Junior 6, and study hard.